way, just do, he just smooth, bringing much news with the facts when you crush fools. I'm rough school, I bust moves like crush groove. Pass me the mic and I'll turn it into lunch food. Just cool, but talk slick and he'll punch dudes. Cowards get the message and they hush like chucks do. You can bring your whole bus crew plus two. T-Dub-T is astronomical, you comical. You a fool if you think we'll ever honor you. Them other channels ain't shit, no abdominal. This the face of new media, fuck a Donahue. You see my giant crew, we shine like a diamond do. If any trolls disrespect, yo, we finding you. We all surrounded you, it ain't no reminding you. He already done served past what you trying to do. So quit the fake smoke, you suckers better take notes. When you step into the chat, you better wipe your feet. Hit the like and keep your comments short and sweet. My homie just not a joke, you don't want to war. Plus a deep boxing IQ, you don't want to spar. He broadcasted from Jersey, so we straight. Put you deep in the dirt, that's why they call this the Garden State. You seem tough but not a threat like a garden snake. We not scared of you, we chopping off a head or two. Mark your calendar, remember what we said to you. It's no option, it's just do boxing. Mark your calendar, remember what I'm telling you. It's no option, it's just do boxing. Word 'em up. T-Dub-T, we in the spot. LDBC strong.
Salute. What's good with the family? How everybody feeling on this good Tuesday? Back again. And say what's up to the family. Lady Do, salute to my queen. How you feeling, baby girl? Appreciate you. What's up, Ash? Appreciate you stopping through. As always, salute to Ash's Corner. What's going on with you, Ash? DP rocking, my bro. How you feeling, bro? Appreciate you stopping through. Shout out a lot. Salute, queen. Appreciate you pulling up. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? Josh, my bro, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling, bro? How y'all feeling? You know, we're going to be back again to have us another conversation, as always, man. I seen an interview from Derrick James on the Last Stand podcast that I like breaking down these interviews. I like just listening to these trainers, man, break down these gems, drop these gems, and I think Derrick James is easily one of the best trainers in boxing. AJ, a trainer, thought, yo, I'm telling you, bro. That's why I put it like that. He been bouncing around, man. He been bouncing around, and we gonna get into a little bit of if it's the trainer or is it AJ. You get what I'm saying? Like the dude, went from Robert Garcia. You know what I'm saying? He was doing some work with Derrick James. Now you got a new trainer and Roy Jones Jr. And I don't know if y'all know, when Roy initially went to reach out, they kind of left Roy hanging a little bit. And they told him, like, you got to talk to my team, something like that. They treated him like he was a youngin' trying to, trying to get an autograph or something. So I want to know what the change of heart was, you know what I'm saying? And, I got some questions, will AJ ever become heavyweight champion again? And you know what I mean? Should he have to stay with Robert Garcia? Should he have tried to work something out with Derrick James? Or is Roy Jones going to be a good fit, man? It remains to be seen. But he already given advice. He giving AJ advice to stay away from Wilder. And I don't know if that exactly makes all the sense right now. I mean, I get it. I get what he's saying, but man, look, if you where Anthony Joshua at in his career, bro, if you still talking about him not being ready to fight somebody and him needing to fight people to get the confidence back, I get that, but I think it's deeper than that, man. He passed that. It's either he gonna win or he gonna lose, and it ain't gonna be because he done got a couple wins over some guys that he was supposed to beat. I just don't think that gives you the confidence when it comes to Deontay Wilder, bro. I think you need more than that. You get what I'm saying? What's good with the bros, man? Appreciate y'all's faith. What's good with it, man? He is, man. You know it. My hot sauce on the table and my take-home bowl ready for this cook-up, man. Appreciate you, baby girl. You know it. So, look, he called him a boxer whore. We know who it is. You know what I'm saying? He out here, so he's sticking with Roy, I'm guessing, but Roy advised him to stay his ass away from Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I get what he's saying. Like, hold on, let me see if I can pull it up, man. Cause I was reading some stuff from Roy, man. Let me see how big this gonna be on the screen. I don't know if y'all can see that up there, but I'm gonna pull it up so I can read it, man. Roy basically telling him, he's telling he's telling Joshua to stay away from Wilder right now. Now ain't the time. He said it, don't put yourself in a situation, in a scenario where Wilder is going to be your next opponent, pretty much. You get what I'm saying? He think that AJ, after coming off back-to-back losses, his confidence ain't where it needed to be. And he's suggesting that he get some get-back fights first. You know what I'm saying? He said, and not meaning Wilder. So my thing is, I get it, but I think we passed talking about if AJ got confidence or not, man. I think he passed that, bro. He is who he is at this point. And I think one could argue that I don't even think the trainer's going to make much of a difference, to be honest with you. Opulent LD TV, salute, bro. Appreciate you pulling up. Blessings to you and the fan. Over here, why I like this grape juice. I got some grape juice, y'all, and some apple tarts, man. No, it sound like I got some fruits over here, but some good stuff. Some good stuff. Yeah, that's a fact, bro. It take more than one fight to adjust to the trainers, man. And it's like, I think he salute to you, Opulent. Appreciate you pulling. I think he hit the panic button with Robert Garcia. I think he hit the panic button. I said this before. You know what I'm saying? I think for the time that Robert Garcia had with him that first trip, he did a hell of a job. Like, I really believe had he had Robert Garcia for 2 camps instead of 1, if he had him for both Usyk fights instead of just the second one, the rematch, I think, man, we might be having a slightly different conversation now. I'm not saying he would have won for sure, but he did a hell of a job with only having 1 training camp, you know what I'm saying, with a guy. But I think Rated Grimm, as soon as he lost, he pressed the panic button, and then he was, right back searching for trainers. He gonna get knocked out, ass up. And he better not, bro. He better not. They'd never let him live that down, man. Salute to the family in the building. Y'all smash the like button as we get rolling. We're going to have us a quick good boxing conversation. I just wanted to get my thoughts on it. And again, I asked this before, and I'm bringing it up again now because this is something more fresh with Roy Jones telling him, don't go in there with Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Get you a couple fights under your belt and then revisit it. But if he's not ready now, y'all, who he going to beat up that's going to get him ready for Wilder? And reason I say that, because we all know Wilder is an anomaly, y'all. Wilder is an anomaly, bro. You're not going to get nobody to duplicate what Wilder do in the ring, for real. You're not. You're just not going to be able to do it. You ain't going to do it, buddy. You know what I'm saying? This dude said, and he preparing Joshua for a comeback, but he claims he going to block the AJ fight. Block the Wilder fight if he try to take it. And like I said, I'm gonna play this little quick clip real quick from Roy Jones. Like I said, he swerved on. They kind of curved Roy Jones. They curved Roy at first. Roy wanted to do some work with him, and he left Roy hanging. Hold on, let me play. I'm gonna play this clip. Y'all know I stay finding these clips.
I knew I could help Anthony Joshua. I knew I could help Anthony Joshua with the Usyk fight. You understand me? I tried to make contact with him. You know what they told me? Contact my team. Okay, that's it.
And he left Roy hanging. That was that. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. So he knew he could help. He knew he could help Anthony Joshua with the Usyk fight. He tried to get in touch with him. He reached out to him. And they told him he got to get in touch with his team. Roy wasn't feeling that. Roy was like, I ain't say no more. Roy ain't reached back. Roy was like, I don't know who the hell y'all think y'all are. AJ need road work, and he needs his identity, Fate. He's missing his identity in the ring. I've been saying this for a while. You know what I'm saying? I hate to revisit. Sometimes it's worth revisiting stuff, but I revisited this because my thing is it's a little concerning. Like, I understand where Roy going with it, like in terms of him getting his confidence back. And getting a couple wins that'll allow him to do that. But he ain't no spring chicken. This ain't no young ass fighter we talking about. This dude done been champion multiple times. He been at the highest of the high. The only thing he ain't been is undisputed. You get what I'm saying? Like, what fights? This is where I'm going with it. What fights are going to prepare this man for Deontay Wilder? I just like who do you suggest he go fight? What two dudes he go beat up, or what couple fights should he really go get? That's gonna get him ready for this man right here. I just don't think it's too many guys, yo. And my thing is respect to Anthony Joshua, yo, because this ain't no diss and no slight to him. We just here having a conversation. What I appreciate about Anthony Joshua is his willingness to search and strive to try to be great. And I think it's, you know, like one of y'all said, I think it was DP called him a boxing whore, like a trainer thought. You get what I'm saying? I get it. You know, that's the joking side of it. But on a more serious note, you could look at it as that's what kind of makes him a dope fighter in a way. His willingness to try to search and strive to be great. And I think him searching for that in other trainers is a good thing. But I think with the Robert Garcia situation in particular, I think he was a little too quick on the trigger with that. I don't think he really gave Robert a fair opportunity to really do nothing with him. And I think given that one training camp he did damn good. He did real good, man. Said they lack defense. Yeah, for sure. AJ ain't no duck. Nah, he ain't. Oh, he ain't no duck. Heavyweight division is hard to duck. Shit, man. He found a way not to fight Wilder. But what I'm saying with this, you know, with Roy Jones voicing his opinion like that is a little concerning, because the longer it goes, the less likely I think we'll see this fight. You get what I'm saying? And if he's not ready now, I don't think he'll ever be ready. And you know, I ain't saying Roy can't improve him and work on those things and get him in shape, but I just don't know. I just don't feel like personally the trainer is the problem. The fighter, his mentality, he's missing. He lacks the identity in the ring. It don't matter what trainer you give him or he go get and seek help from. If he don't understand what he's supposed to do, when he's supposed to do it, it's going to be for nothing. You get what I'm saying? He's just going to go get, you know, a named trainer, a known trainer, and it's shit just not going to go over well. You get what I'm saying? You see, Roy Jones is working with Chris Eubank Jr. People feel like he look like the poor man version of Roy Jones. You get what I'm saying? So I just don't know if Roy Jones is a good fit. Like, did he train any heavyweights? Like, I don't know about this one. I think he should have stuck to. He was better off sticking to Robert Garcia. I think he was better off sticking to Robert, man. I think he pressed the panic button a little too fast, yo. And it's making me think, like, is the voices starting to seep into this dude's head? Like, is the voices starting to get to him? Because he all over the place. You got people advising him to stay with Robert Garcia. He left. You get what I'm saying? He initially didn't respond accordingly to Roy Jones when Roy Jones initially reached out to help. But now he doubled back. I wonder what was the change of heart. Like, what made him say, you know what? I could use Roy Jones as a trainer. I do need his help. One would wonder, like, what made him change his mind and go with Roy Jones. I don't know if that's going to be a good fit. It still remains to be seen because they ain't got no fights yet. They ain't put in no work. But I really think it's not the trainer, yo. It's really not. It's the fighter, man. And I hope Roy Jones know what he getting with Anthony Joshua, man. This dude, I'm telling you, another loss, man. This dude could be ready to retire. I'm telling you, another loss. You got people now. Think about it. The voices you got him. People saying stay with Robert. Then he reach out to Roy. He with Roy. Roy telling him stay away from Wilder. You get what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know if I like this for Anthony Joshua. I think he changing trainers too much. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He just don't want to go to sleep. Facts, bro. You know he don't want to go to sleep. He don't want to. Roy Jones mainly comes from his athleticism. Not every boxer has. I feel like Robert was a better option. I'm telling you. MP, my bro, TWT family, what's good with it, bro? We appreciate you pulling up. Yeah, man. So again, I think bro he really need to take his time with this, man. But again, they already announced Roy Jones as his new head trainer, so it's gonna be Roy. It's gonna be him and Roy. And I just don't know how that relationship gonna gel. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I ain't even. He said, I'm telling AJ to stay away from Wilder. Yeah, I feel you, MP, but it's like this dude ain't young. Like, at what point? Yeah, I feel like, yo, he was a 2-time heavyweight champion, unified and all that. At what point is he gonna be ready to get in there with Wilder? Like, are they gonna just keep saying he ain't ready? If they cool with that, then all right. But man, we needed this fight years ago, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no sense of playing with it. You might as well. You already lost 3 times. You might as well go all in. You get what I'm saying? Joshua might have went back and listened to Roy Jones' song. Y'all must have forgot. I know you're a rapper too. Man, yo. Man, AJ better not be out here rapping, bro. AJ better not be out here rapping. But I wasn't going to spend too much time on this. I just wanted to get my quick thoughts on AJ, Athletic Mind. Salute, family. How you feeling, bro? Appreciate you stopping through. I just wanted to hit on that. I think the voices is kind of getting to his head. And I think that could be problematic for him. The last thing he need is to be unsure about any decisions that he's making moving forward as a fighter. He already took back-to-back losses. You know what I'm saying? That's his 3rd loss. You know what I'm saying? Twice to the same guy. He already switching trainers. He got Roy Jones now. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from that, to be honest with you. Roy was a hell of a fighter, and I ain't saying he can't be a hell of a trainer, but this Anthony Joshua we talking about, man, I just don't know. I don't know. He might be a broken fighter mentally. The reason I say that is because we all seen, I'm telling you, we all seen how he looked after the Usyk fight. You get what I'm saying? Look at this dude, bro. That dude broken. Like, that is a broken man. Like, he fought one hell of a fight. Usyk sitting there with a serial killer stare in his eyes. I don't know what he on, but he fought a hell of a fight. He made this rematch so much closer than he did the first fight. He had no reason to hang his head, but yet and still, he decided to grab the microphone and perform his own eulogy like he died. Like he really grabbed the microphone and proceeded to like, you know, perform. His dude is amazing. Nobody told him to chill. Nobody cut the mic. The man went from throwing the belts to grabbing the mic to raising Usyk's hand. He ain't a 12-round fighter. This dude was tripping. You get what I'm saying? And the only reason I'm saying all of that because that shows a person that's struggling with his identity and things mentally. It's not a physical thing with Anthony Joshua. We all know he come with a quarter tank of gas missing. But I feel like even with his skill set, what he do bring to the table, he could find a way to get over that. You get what I'm saying? He could find a way to win with that still being an issue. But not if he struggles with an identity. Because, again, and I said this before, I hate to be repetitive, but I got to say it. Like, you cannot... How you gonna go in there with the naturally better boxer, the pure boxer, and try to outlast him at what he do best? How was you gonna try to outbox Usyk? When was that ever smart? At any point, your game plan was to outbox this man. It was a stupid game plan. I don't care who drew it up. You wasn't gonna outbox this dude. You already said you're not a 12-round fighter. You 18 stone and all this other stuff, right? Why the hell would you go in there and try to box then? Then he ain't want to hurt the dude in one fight. Like, it's bogus. The first fight, he didn't want to hurt him. You get what I'm saying? The second time, he not a 12-round fighter, but he tried to go 12 rounds. Like, what the hell wrong with you, bro? You're supposed to either knock him out or get your ass beat, because that's the ain't no in between with you, bro. As you went in there, Jeff, what's good with it, bro? Appreciate you for sliding through. UK not ready to lose that great black hope. Joshua, I'm telling you. Yo, facts, NP. He on the search, yo. He like, man, yo. And I do give him credit for that. I do give him credit for continuing to, like, you know, search for greatness and other trainers, but he might be doing too much trainer hopping right now. Like, just think about it. He went from Robert Garcia. He was in Texas. Some work with Derrick James. I mean, I'm going to play that interview with Derrick James on the Last Stand podcast in a second, but he went from that. Now he with Roy. I think he doing a lot of hopping, and it could be, that's a dude that's all over the place mentally to me in his head. And I ain't saying he got mental issues. I'm just saying he's all over the place. As an athlete, he trying to find himself. Just like MP, you saying like we joke like the last dragon, but it's real. He really trying to find himself. Yeah, man. Yeah, T, they said he the head trainer, man. They said, man, let me see. I got one of these, my bad. I got one of these things in here. Where is that? Hold on. There you go. There was one of the clips right there. They had it was a whole article with it and everything. Hold on. Let me see. I don't know if y'all can see this. Not that one. I think this the one right here. This the one right here with Roy. He said, we spoke and we do have a plan for him, Jones told Boxing Social. I haven't told him yet, but he likes the way that we get along in the gym. Then for me, any fighter he fights is going to be a big fight anyway. So basically, Roy is he's telling him to stay away from Wilder. Don't put himself in no situation where he got to fight Wilder next, coming off 2 losses. He said he think he need to get a couple fights to get his confidence back before he step in there with Wilder. But my whole thing is, if he ain't ready for Wilder now, he'll never be ready for him. You get what I'm saying? You talking about confidence, like what fighter or fights is going to get him ready to fight Wilder? I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? I really don't see it. Much like TL needs to get some mental help. Seriously, settle with one good coach and try again. I think he could have settled right at Robert Garcia, Queen. I think he was perfect right there. I think he was all right. You seen Roy giving him advice, not he training him. Yeah, that's why I pulled this article up. So yeah, they said he head trainer Roy Jones. They saying he going with Roy. Now I wouldn't be surprised if this ain't the case, but I know I looked at it. You know, I made sure I searched it enough to say he wrote all of this out. He said he got a plan for him. So to me, that sounds like a dude that's coaching him. He training his ass. He wrote all this out. So we gonna see, man. But he didn't sign Roy to Roy. No, he not signed to him. I ain't say he signed to him. Nah, I ain't say he signed to Roy. Nah, he's saying Roy is gonna be his trainer. They saying Roy is gonna be his head trainer. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't see that being a fit. I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna play that. Salute to my bro Jeff for sending me that. I'm gonna play that in a second. Derrick James, I think he touched on that a little bit too. You trying to find a new trainer? He was leaning James. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He all over the place. But this, I read this shit. They say he picking, Roy Jones as his trainer. So we gonna see. Because either way, whether it's Derrick James, whether it's Robert Garcia, I think the problem really lies with Anthony Joshua is really my point. Despite the trainer that he's going with, I think it's him. It's a him problem. You get what I'm saying? I think he got some stuff with him to fix. I don't think it's not physical with this dude. I think it's real mental. I really do. We'll pick on Roy. I don't think he officially with Roy. He might not be, but I know they said this whole shit. I read all of this, and it sounds like they saying he was with Roy. Roy just said he got a plan for him, so he basically speaking for him. So I don't know. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, what? That sounds like he coaching him to me. I said that too, Josh. I thought so. He hit the panic button too fast with Robert Garcia. He should have stayed with him, I think. I think he did a good job in that rematch, man. I just think he pressed the panic a little bit too fast. And just think about it, y'all. Even regardless of who he picked, that wasn't the main point. The main point for me is it the trainer? Is a difference of a trainer really gonna make a difference? You get what I'm saying? Because I don't think he's allowing himself to be successful. Like you had one camp with Robert Garcia. You already on to the next dude. You was in Texas getting some work. Now you got Roy Jones speaking for you. You don't really know which way you going. So he all over the place. He better pick smart. He went to Ronnie Shields before Robert Garcia. You see what I'm saying? He was everywhere. Dude been everywhere. He gonna sign with one. It's more than likely gonna be Derrick. That'd be cool. Maybe Derrick could bring something else out of him, T. Maybe. You get what I'm saying? Because I do trust in Derrick James. I really do. I really do, man. Man, I'm telling you, I think it's always been mental with this dude. Mike Biggs, salute to you, TWT, brother. What's good with you, Mike Biggs? You've been in Texas about 3 weeks. He trying to get that work, man. He trying to Roy lobbying for the job. That's what I'm saying, because that's why I played that other clip where they was like, Roy reached out and they told him they got to talk with the team or something like that. And he just left it at that. Now it seemed like they doubled back. You get what I'm saying? Now it seems like they double back. So either way, though, y'all, whether it's Robert, Derrick, Roy. It's just too much. It's like you got to pick one and stick with one. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we still speculating who your trainer is not a good thing. And whichever direction he decide to go, I think he should go ahead and get on that, because he need to allow himself to have and build some chemistry with whatever trainer he gonna go with. You get what I'm saying? I think all that bouncing around gonna be problematic for him. You get what I'm saying? I don't know which way he gonna go. This article said Roy. You know what I'm saying? They got a whole joint with Roy speaking for him and saying he got a plan for him and all this stuff. So I don't know which way he gonna go, but I know he better fix that identity issue that I feel like is his biggest problem. Should he have an opponent first? Yeah, that'll make sense, right? That'll make sense. But all in all, too, Roy is also advising him to stay away from Wilder. And I'm just saying like that. That fight already eluded us long enough. If it's any possibility that he could get in there with him, I don't think nobody should be swaying him to not fight him. You get what I'm saying? He feel like any fight he take is going to be a big fight anyway. Well, all right, well, make it worth people time and get in there and fight Wilder. Get your ass in there and fight Wilder. Stop being confused about who you want to train you, because as time go on, the longer it takes for him to make a decision, the less likely I think he is to be successful. He need as much time as possible with whatever trainer he gonna go with, in my opinion, unless they just gonna bring him back to fight somebody that, you know, he should be able to whoop on. Easier to game plan based on who you fight. Yeah, exactly. And maybe by then you could maybe pick who you think could help you with that said style or something like that. You get what I'm saying? I'm telling you, because I don't know. I feel like that'd be a funny mix. I don't know. Roy Jones and Anthony Joshua, yo. I don't know, man. Too stupid. He said, tell Roy to focus on Chris Eubank. He said, especially if he gonna keep trying to be Roy Jones, see, he gonna get hurt. He better stop playing. He better be Roy. He better start being Chris and stop trying to be Roy. Derrick versus Chisora, Joshua versus Derrick Chisora. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised, bro. Roy not focused. Eubank dead. I'm telling you, T. Yeah, I'm telling you. Now you thinking about trying to train a big fighter now, man. You better train Eubank. He need all the help that you could give him. But yeah, man, just to wrap up this portion of it, yo, because I didn't want to spend too much time on it. I just ultimately, you know, when you get mixed signals, that's a sign that he ain't made up his mind. You get what I'm saying? Because we all know this saying Roy, right? But in reality, he ain't said nothing yet. You get what I'm saying? So that he still ain't made a decision yet. So the fact that he's still undecided, to me, is not a good thing. He need to go ahead and settle in with a trainer and get as much work in as possible. Like, to actually give himself a chance to, you know what I mean, be at a gel with whichever trainer he gonna go with. And as far as, you know, Roy telling him to stay away from Wilder, as far as like a confidence thing, I get it, but my question is to that is, what fights or what fighters are you going to put in his path for him to build his confidence that's going to prepare him for a fighter like Wilder, if that's ultimately something you think he should do? Get what I'm saying? That fight already eluded us long enough. Like, I'm just ready to see the biggest fights possible. You get what I'm saying? So if he could fight a Wilder, why not? You know what I'm saying? Why settle for less? I don't feel like no fight or no two fighters or two fights he gonna have, or however many they plan on getting him, is gonna really prepare him for Wilder. I just think Wilder is an anomaly. He 1-1, and either you ready for him or you not. And look, from the sound of it, he ain't even ready to pick a trainer. So I doubt that we even see that in 2023 at all. I seriously doubt it. But I wanted to, he said Smith going to clip him. Telling you, man, I wanted to play this, joint from Derrick James. Give me 2 seconds.
And here is your host, Brian Custer.
That's right. It is the last.
My bad, y'all. I'm gonna play this. Yeah, Smith, solid, man. He come to win. He gonna try to win for sure. He ain't gonna lay down. He gonna have to get put down. You ain't gonna have to beat it out of him. DP Rocker, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? How y'all bros feel? Y'all smash that like button. I'm about to play this interview from Derrick James on the Last Stand podcast, man. So, you know, I always like to play these jewels. And Derrick James is definitely easily one of my favorite trainers, man. My bad, y'all.
That's right. It is the last thing. We bring you the biggest names in the sport. And joining me today is, and I've said it a number of times, is the best trainer in boxing. This guy has the unified welterweight champion of the world. He's got the undisputed 154-pound champion of the world. And he's got one of the top lightweights in the world. He's none other than Derrick James. DJ.
Happy to be here, man.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Appreciate it.
Life is good for you. I want to talk about a couple of your fighters, but, man, you certainly made some news around the world here lately when Anthony Joshua shoots out on social media. He's training in your gym. How did that come about?
And I don't know. It was just like somebody gave me a call.
Johnny Q, salute my bro.
It was just like the gym is open for somebody like that. Definitely, without a doubt. He can always come in. That's kind of what it was.
Do you want to train Anthony Joshua?
Hey, man, I think anything is possible. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I think that he has a choice to choose who he wants to, and it's up to him.
I thought it was interesting. Robert Garcia just said this the other day. Of course, he trained Anthony Joshua
for the last fight,
for his last fight, and obviously the loss to Usyk. He said this. He said after Joshua told him that he was going to look for another trainer, quote, "It's not about Derrick James doing a better job, Virgil Hunter doing a better job, me doing a better job than his previous trainer. No, it's about him," talking about Joshua.
Right.
Getting out of his comfort zone and not being the boss and doing what he's told to do in a place where he's not comfortable. He's very talented. His power's insane, but he needs to believe in himself. He needs to be in an environment where he can't say, "Hey, I didn't get enough sleep. I don't feel like training, or I don't feel like sparring anymore." What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that's his perspective. I think he knows him more intimately than I would ever know him because I just met him for a couple of days. But, I mean, that's his perspective. I mean, I think that he has his choice, and if he feels like that's what's holding him back, who knows?
You know the fight game really well. You know how veterans are.
Right.
When you're,
and again, I mean, that it's interesting that he said that he need to be in an environment where they ain't letting him take no breaks. So that just remind me, he basically saying he want to be pushed more. You know what I'm saying? He want to improve and work on his work ethic. That's what that sound like to me. And again, I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with improving on your work ethic. But in my opinion, and I can't tell him how he feel. That's his mind. That's what he feel like he need to change. But to me, like I said before, and I'm going to keep saying it until he show me otherwise, Anthony Joshua struggles with identity. His problems in the ring are not physical. It ain't like he's some old man that can't perform in there. It's not. None of that is the case. His biggest issue is identity. He don't know who to be and when to be it. You get what I'm saying? He in there with a natural, pure boxer, a guy that can move, high levels, one of the highest level skill boxers that we got. You get what I'm saying? Olympian and Usyk. You get him. You don't go in there and try to go the distance with that guy. You just don't take that kind of chance. It will always be stupid. You got to go in there and make it physically impose your will on these dudes, make the ring small and knock dudes out. That's what you best at. When Joshua is his most successful, that's what he is doing. Not boxing people, not trying to go 12 rounds, not trying to outthink you. You're not putting together game plans where he's going in there to outbox nobody. And that's all I'm saying. That the evidence is there on tape. So I don't care about all this work ethic stuff he talking about. Maybe he think that'll help him improve the gas tank, possibly. All right, cool. I ain't mad at that. But your biggest problem is not physical, bro. You don't know who to be and when to be it, bro. You don't know when you should be in there physically imposing your will or when you should try to box with somebody. You got to mix it up. You went in there to try to box the natural pure boxer, and it was a grave mistake. It was stupid from the get-go, from the word go. Shay Girl, salute to you. Appreciate you stopping through. How you feeling? All the trainers say AJ athletic ability is crazy. You get what I'm saying, Johnny? So we know it ain't nothing physical. It's not physical. It is mental with this guy. You get what I'm saying? I don't think it's his heart. Anybody that got beat by Usyk, the way he got beat the first time, he came right back to fight him again. That showed more than enough heart. And look how he applied himself in that second fight. That showed a ton of heart to me. So it ain't even Joshua heart. It ain't his will. He got a hole in his gas tank. His gas tank, he start the fight with a couple holes in the gas tank. We know that. But maybe a Derrick James, maybe training in that Texas heat, maybe he could address that issue. Maybe he could address that gas tank issue. But who knows? Because he is a big guy. He's a pretty muscular dude, and we know muscles need oxygen. So, and he said it. I mean, he was telling some honest things after that fight with Usyk. You get what I'm saying? He's not a 12-round fighter. All right, then. So you got to come up with game plans that will allow you to get a guy out of there before 12 rounds. Is that safe to say that makes sense? You said it yourself. If you're not a 12-round fighter now, I just don't know if you're going to turn around and all of a sudden in your next fight be a 12-round fighter. You get what I'm saying? So I think, again, you really need to understand what you do best, your strengths, your weaknesses, and you need somebody to strip you down and build you back up. And maybe Derrick James could be the man for the job, but we going to see. We gonna see. We definitely gonna see. Yeah, AJ just needs to stay with Derrick. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at it at all if he stayed with him. You get what I'm saying? Most dudes are just confused. Yeah, I'm telling you, he need to settle down, man. It's not a whole ton of things that he really need to fix to be successful again, y'all. That's what I see. Anthony Joshua is not a bad fighter. He's not without talent nor skill. He does have heart. You get what I'm saying? Again, it's always going to be identity. I can't help but to say it. Get back to being physically imposing and knocking dudes' heads off. That's when you was looking your best. That's when people was running around talking about what you would do to Wilder if y'all fought. You ain't hearing that not so much. You tell me, people don't think that no more. The consensus is not that no more. That shit has swayed tremendously. It's even so much so you got somebody like Roy Jones suggesting that you stay away from Wilder right now. You don't fight him. Wilder ain't got nobody telling him anybody he should stay away from. You see the difference? And that's a 2-time unified champion being instructed by a Hall of Famer and Roy Jones, not to fight a Deontay Wilder. That should tell you something. A1 Hoop Zone, salute to you, my bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling, bro? The identity facts, bro. Facts, DP, that identity, like just figure out what you do best. Go back to, getting in dudes' chests and knocking people out, bro. That's when you looked your best. You never was a 12-round guy from the get-go. That's not what you do. Even the fights that went the distance, you look subpar in them. You look your best when you in there to be physically imposing, to hurt somebody. Because that's what your physical, that's what your size would suggest. You built a certain way. You supposed to go in there and smash it. Not try to go rounds. You don't remember, you don't get paid for overtime, and it's the heavyweight division. So act like it. You can't have a mentality like, going in the ring talking about you ain't want to hurt your fighter. The sole purpose is to hurt the fighter, the other guy on the other side of you. So maybe you do need a trainer to bring that out of you and make you realize what you really in the ring to do at the end of the day. And that's, again, that just fall in the same category as identity. He got to figure that out. And give a damn what you could say here and talk about. You need to be somewhere where they don't let you take a day off and no breaks. Nah, man, I don't give a damn how hard it is you train. If you don't apply what you training and working on, if you don't apply that in the fight on fight night, it's all for nothing. It's not going to matter. You get what I'm saying? So again, maybe you need to go with a guy like Derrick James because we see Spence train how he fight. So maybe if he could up the way he trained, maybe he'll fight like that. Maybe we'll see a more physically imposing Joshua. I could see that. I think Derrick James would be a hell of a mix for him, a hell of a change and a good pick for him right now. I think it would be. AJ hopping around looking for. I'm telling you, he's trying to figure it out, bro. And I get it. but don't make the situation more difficult than it has to be. You get what I'm saying? Settle down with one of these trainers and go to work, AJ, because I ain't rooting against you. I want to see you do well. I want to see you come back. I ain't rooting for you to beat Wilder, but just about everything else, I wish you success. You know what I'm saying? Just not when you get there with Wilder, bro. Mr. West, salute to you, Queen. Appreciate you pulling up. How you feeling? Big KL and Joshua Legacy. I'm telling you, yeah, it'll hurt. It would hurt, Jeff. It would hurt. It would definitely hurt. We're going to play the rest of this, y'all.
Far in your career, can you be fixed, so to speak?
I think that
good question, Brian Custer.
Anything can happen. It's all about the learning curve right now. I think that the older you are, the easier it is for you to understand what somebody wants you to do and be able to do it. I think that as a child, starting out younger, you learn it and you just do it automatically, right? But you don't generally understand it. But as an older individual, I believe that you understand it more, and it's easier for you to say, okay, I'll do it, and do it with more intent.
Interesting. One of the fighters that you have in your stable at lightweight, Frank Martin.
Right.
How good is he?
Frank Martin's.
Now, hold on. Let me run this back for a second.
You say, okay, I'll do it. You learn it, and you just do it automatically, right? But you don't generally understand it. But as an older individual, I believe that you understand it more, and it's easier for you to say, okay, I'll do it, and do it with more intent.
See? You heard what he said? He just said something there. Do it and do it with more intent, which means what? Know why you in there. Know what you in the ring to do, and do it with more intent. Not being there, half-assing it, not understanding that you really need to get in somebody's chest. You trying to stand, and you're playing chess with an ultimate chess player with Usyk, and that's why I keep using that as an example, because that was his most recent fight. That's where he went wrong at. You was playing chess with the ultimate chess player. You was supposed to go in there and hurt that dude. I'm sorry, simple and plain, and I understand it fully. Easier said than done. But when you got in there with Usyk, you were supposed to go in there and hurt that man. Plain and simple. You were supposed to make him feel like he didn't belong in there with you as a heavyweight. Remember? You know, Tyson Fury called him a blown-up middleweight. Remember? This dude came from cruiserweight. He ain't no real heavyweight, right? You supposed to get in there and treat him like that. You in there playing chess with the ultimate chess player. You put yourself behind the 8 ball before the fight even started, thinking you were supposed to go in there and fight that man that way. You really, and again, especially in the first fight, because that's the fight where you say you didn't even want to hurt him. So what the hell was you in there doing? That don't got nothing to really do with work ethic, bro. That's something that's up top. You don't understand why you in there and what you in there to do. When you in there with a certain style, it's like you shut off part of your brain and you don't do what's necessary to win. Now, in that rematch, you did a lot more. You was a lot more focused. You listened to Robert Garcia. You had a much better showing. Simple and plain. But again, you hit the panic button and you put Robert Garcia off to the side. Now you back searching for another trainer. Now here you go. You got Derrick James talking some real stuff when it come to you. You get what I'm saying? Do this shit with more intent. Know what you in the ring to do. You cannot be a heavyweight. You can't be nobody in no weight class sitting up talking about you didn't want to hurt your opponent. Damn. So you mean to tell me you wanted to go 12 rounds with a dude that's built to go 12 rounds? Your gas tank says you ain't built to go 12. So why are you in there trying to do it? That's what I'm trying to say. That's mental. It don't got nothing to do with your work ethic, bro. You don't know why you in there. Get your ass in there and beat somebody up, bro. That's what you in there to do. You better put them damn muscles to use, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, put them damn muscles to use, bro. We gonna get through this, y'all.
You say, okay, I'll do it, and do it with more intent.
Interesting. One of the fighters that you have in your stable at lightweight, Frank Martin.
Right.
How good is he?
Frank Martin's an amazing fighter, man. I mean, I think that, and the thing about it with Frank is that people haven't seen the best version of him yet because he hasn't been pushed to have to use all the other tools, right?
In a division that has Devin Haney, undisputed,
right.
Gervonta Davis,
right,
who has a secondary belt, the Ryan Garcia, all these guys. Right. Is he ready for those? Is he at that level?
I think that he's at that level. I think that it's just like I said, that it's all about him facing his competition. Maybe 1 or 2 more fights, maybe them the next fight. I think that just him keep building and getting more depth and more depth and more depth. because what happens in boxing is the thing about you can't go back. So if you miss something and something you didn't get, some education you didn't get, that's the issue. So I think that more
Thrill
fights, the
Hill,
more
salute,
depth,
bro.
and then when it comes to
Appreciate
championship
you
time,
pulling
he's
up.
ready.
So you're also preparing as well because Jermell Charlo has to defend his undisputed titles.
Right.
He's going to do it for the first time.
Right, that's right.
He did.
He's got
to that
Tim
injury.
January 28th. Like Castano, pressure fighter.
Right.
You know he likes it. How do you see that fight playing?
Hey, man, I think I see Jermell Charlo being the best version of himself. I think that Jermell's going to show up as he always does, right? I think that knowing that the type of fighter Tim Tszyu is, that makes Jermell even more deadly and more dangerous because he knows who he has to be successful.
Did you just hear what he said,
He
y'all?
always does, right? I think that knowing that the type of fighter Tim Tszyu is, that makes Jermell even more deadly and more dangerous because he knows who he has to be successful.
He knows who he has to be successful. Don't that sound like a man that understands his identity and why he's in the ring in the first place? Can't tell me that I ain't saying I got all the answers when it comes to Anthony Joshua, but you can't tell me what I said don't make sense. You just heard what Derrick James said. You get what I'm saying? That shit make all the sense in the world, bro.
When you look at,
as he always does, right? I think that knowing that the type of fighter Tim Tszyu is, that makes Jermell even more deadly and more dangerous because he knows who he has to be successful.
Knowing who you have to be successful. It's that simple, man. Joshua, don't make it complicated. You need to understand who you need to be in the ring against whoever you in there with to be successful. It's just that simple. Don't complicate it. You don't need a slew of different trainers. You don't need to change a whole bunch of shit up. That's none of that is the case. You're not physically incapable of performing. None of that is the problem, bro. None of that is your issue. Your issue is your mental makeup. It needs work, bro. It needs work. Your identity, you need to find it, bro. Go find out who you are. Go get somebody. And maybe, like I said, the reason why I feel like Derrick James could be successful with him, because we seen what he was able to bring out in Jermell Charlo. He didn't really revamp him. If you really paid attention, all he did was make that dude more confident as a puncher and more confident in his identity to be that puncher. He really believes in that. So he goes in there knowing what? I'm going in here. I can box you and I'm going to hurt you. When I get you with my best shit, I'm going to get you out of there. You get what I'm saying? He understands his identity through and through. Jermell Charlo is a totally different level of fighter than Anthony Joshua mentally. Yeah, and I don't care what nobody say. Mentally, did you see the adjustment from the Castano draw to the Castano rematch knockout win for him? Totally different. That's a dude that went in there and mentally understood what the job was. He understood the assignment and got it done. That's all it is, man. Joshua, don't complicate it, bro. You need to understand what you in that ring to do and get it done. It's just that simple, bro. Work on that shit on the gym. Work on it in the gym and apply it on fight night, bro. It's that simple, man. Don't make it harder than what it need to be. Renee Boxing, salute to you, fam. Appreciate you pulling up. How you feeling? Judah Ben, my bro, what's good with you, fam? You on the lunch break? Don't work too hard over there, Brody. Appreciate you pulling up. How you feeling? So yeah, man, like I said, I ain't gonna sit here and talk like I got all the answers, but again, y'all know I stay within logic and reason, and it sounds like Derrick James is backing up my claims. The reason Jermell Charlo is able to be successful, and the reason he thinks he will continue to be successful, because he understands the job at hand. He understands what he needs to do to be successful and who he needs to be successful. You get what I'm saying? It's just that simple.
To be successful.
And when you look at Jermell, it's one thing, let's say when you're a champion.
Right.
Now you achieve that ultimate goal.
Right.
Undisputed champion.
Right.
How has that been? Has he changed as a fighter, do you think?
I think that as a fighter, I think that the whole system,
Facts, Jeff.
It's the mentality, right? Because I think as the fighter, it doesn't really change you. It's just the way, I think there's something that the difference in the way you view yourself. So I think that you have to be able to maintain that this is just a belt. And like what people really generally don't understand is every trinket you win, the difference in the way you view yourself.
The difference in the way you view yourself, man. I'm going to keep hitting on it, man. I sound like identity to me. Sound like, again, more understanding you.
I think that you have to be able to maintain that this is just a belt. And like what people really generally don't understand is every trinket you win is yours. Nobody else
I might be right here,
right?
Renee. Who knows,
yours.
bro?
You do it for you. For your legacy,
I don't think I'm gonna do too much though.
So I think that in that,
Rachel, salute to you, Queen. Appreciate you for pulling up. How you feeling?
I don't really care that anybody else acknowledges it because I did it myself.
Facts.
I thought it was interesting at the press conference. Charlo was talking about not only the fight but his future, and he said he had no intentions of moving up.
Right.
He said, "I'm not moving up to 160 until I wipe out 154, beat Zoo, and then Sebastian Fundora." What do you think about that?
Hey, I think that you have to have goals, man. I think that to come this far, and if you think about this, to go from where he was to come this far and you keep knocking guys out, you keep being successful, I think at the same time, why would you question yourself? You do what you want to do, or do what you believe you can do. Go from where he was to come this far and you keep knocking guys out, you keep being successful. I think at the same time, why would you question yourself? You do what you want to do, or do what.
Why would you question yourself? This is what this all about to me. This is hitting on identity. Why would you question you know who you are and go in there and act like it? It's just that simple, man. And it's just like a theme of this conversation that he was having, because this wasn't no interview. This is a build. Interview, that word is corny. This was a build right here. And Derrick James is just known for dropping them gems in there. And it's like people might not get out of these interviews or what I get out of them, or my bad, out of these builds, but I'm gonna make something out of it, and it's gonna make sense. This dude clearly is speaking about a fighter in Jamel Charlo who clearly understands his identity. You know what I'm saying? And setting goals because he know what he in there to do. He said he got to go. He want to wipe out 54. He acting like it. When he get in that ring, he is sure of himself. You get what I'm saying? He in training camp. That man is sure of himself. You get what I'm saying? That's all it is with Joshua. You got to make sure when you in that ring, you ain't doubting yourself. He fight like a dude that doubt himself. Joshua fight like a dude that's not fully confident in his abilities. You get what I'm saying? Fighting timid. That should never be you. You what, 6'5", 6'6"? It shouldn't be nothing timid about you at that size. Nothing about you should be timid inside that ring at that size. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I could listen to these bills all day with Derrick James, man. I'm telling you, we need to get on the broadcast for every fight. His knowledge is unmatched, man. I love that, Jeff. You know, that's always open. Facts at Jim. Yeah, facts, Renee. Always. You know I'm always open for that, Jeff. Hey, more than welcome, man. This platform is for the people, man. You know what I mean? For the real boxing supporters. Derrick is awesome with Spence, and man, I'm telling you. And I think if AJ really give him an opportunity, he could do something special with him.
You believe you can do, beat Tim Zoo and clean up Sebastian Fundora. I mean, that's what you want to do. Go do it.
Mm-hmm. What were your thoughts? Because not only you getting Charlo prepared, getting Frank prepared, but obviously you were working with Errol all along. What were your thoughts when you got word, hey, Bud Crawford fight is off? Bud Crawford is going to fight Avanesyan.
I think it was very upsetting, but at the same time, I think that you have to just brush it off, man. Just keep it moving. I mean, I think that you really, something you hope for, you want it, you don't get it, it's okay. I mean, that's life. I mean, these are two very successful young men. And listen, not getting what they want is a part of life. And sometimes I think that on this level, you generally always get what you want because everybody's around you telling you what you want, and they like pacifying whatever you want. I think at the same time, with this one, you didn't get it. Just keep it moving.
Do you know a VP is great for?
Not bad, y'all. Let me skip past this little ad. Yeah, facts, man. I think you could get AJ to tap into something special.
Disheartened when you heard Bud's rationale where he had said, hey, look, I felt like they kept putting the fight off.
Facts,
I said,
Johnny.
I wanted to fight this year.
Facts, bro. Jay Miller, salute,
make
my
the
brother.
fight in
Appreciate you pulling up.
And I'm going where I'm going to
Facts,
get paid,
Renee.
and I'm going to fight this year.
Well, I think that
I love his energy,
I
bro.
think that one of the reasons, what the funniest thing about it is to never fight to be at this level, never really truly fight on a big pay-per-view fight card, right? Is to not really understand the business aspect of it. And I think that to build a fight is what makes the fight. And so what happened when you see him take this other fight and not build the fight and see you don't get, like, he gets what he wants, but the promoters as a whole don't get what they want, right? You don't put up millions of dollars to lose millions of dollars, right? So I think that's the
Talk
part of life
about it.
that you really doesn't truly understand as a fighter and not a businessman. As a businessman, you have to build. I mean, you've been part of these big shows, and you see what we have to do. You travel out to Dallas, you travel here, you travel there, and it's like press conference, media. I mean, all access or whatever. Everything to build a fight. If you see in his uneducated perspective of what he thought boxing is, he got the fight, but he was the only winner. Not the promoters, so they thought. You know what I mean? So I think that, and at the same time, I think that, if you were to go into negotiations now with those numbers, you have no leg to stand on. As Fat Joe said, yesterday's price is not today's price.
And that's just as real as that come, man. And it's just more gems from Derrick James, man. You could call it what you want. He ain't being funny. He ain't ducking no smoke. He just telling you what it is, man. And he's a person that truly understands what's going on. And on one end, you the only one that won because you got a fight that you was able to win, look good in, get a knockout, get paid, and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, nobody really get what they want because it's a real good chance they didn't recoup their money on their investment dealing with you. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, who really won? But you. But you did it in getting a mediocre fight, but not giving the people the fight they really wanted. So did you really win? You get what I'm saying? It's like a partial win. It's not a real win. You get what I'm saying? He's back in the ring, man. Me too, man. I don't want to see no crazy layoffs either, man. Grind Sports Nation, what's going with it, man? That fight is gone in the win. I ain't mad at it. You know, I don't even be mad at it no more. It's cool. Just remember, he also trained Ghost James. Yeah, Frank Martin. That's what I'm saying. And for him to even be open to training AJ, that's something that maybe he could help him tap into that identity. You get what I'm saying? That he needs to, because it ain't physical. And I'm going to keep saying it. Even with the quarter tank of gas that be missing from the start, AJ could find a way to be successful at the heavyweight division. But he just need to understand that he's not built to go in there and outbox guys. So he can either accept it or keep losing until he figure it out. You get what I'm saying?
Assume yesterday was an assumption, but today is a fact. And you can't come up in my face talking to me about this or that, and that's what you're doing. So I think that it was like something that was unnecessary for him to find out, because you can go through life believing you're something in particular, and that's cool because you believe it's who you are for yourself, right? But when somebody tells you no, you are 15,000, whatever the numbers were, because I don't really know what they were. I just heard about it. My brother sent me some stuff. So when you think about it, that's who you are now. So you can't come and talk about, but you can't, no. That's who you are. I'm a reference who you are.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't hide behind the machine of ESPN and Bob Arum. That's a machine, right? But they still really didn't promote pay-per-view fights. They had pay-per-view fights. They didn't truly promote, but I think now he's by himself. I think it's something totally different.
Do you think they'll fight eventually?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think that it may not happen because, remember, his perspective of who he is something totally different than those numbers say.
Identity, man. Those things, not really knowing. It ain't just having identity in the ring. It's being aware as a businessman and being able to, you know what I mean, call yourself a businessman. You want to call yourself a boss, but you're not really moving like one. You get what I'm saying? For example, let me just make a quick point, right? Some would say Tank is a boss, right? You see the move he made. Look at that card he just put on, right? Now, you'd have missed the boss, man, but look at the card you just put on. Look at the fighter you fighting. Look at the guy, you get what I'm saying? Look at the guy you fought. Look at the guys everybody else fought. Look at that card as a whole, and just look at what the card that Tank is about to put on that could potentially be. And an effort for him to step outside of the shadow of Mayweather Promotions and do his own thing. You get what I'm saying? Instead of calling yourself a boss, you need to be moving like one. Get what I'm saying? You want everybody to accept you and take you as a boss, man. You need to be moving like one. And the way you moving and not understanding that you want shit that you don't bring to the table is crazy to me.
And those things are not going to add up.
Facts.
And he shouldn't think any less of himself. But in reality, we have to understand what the market says.
Yeah.
And the market says no.
Is it disappointing when, talking about for the sport of boxing, that fight like that doesn't happen, especially if you look over and you say, man, Tank and Garcia gets made. God, this for fight fans, this would have been phenomenal. Right. Phenomenal for the sport.
That's why you see like one fight can be made, one fight can't be made. Like Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder was made, right?
Fight Wilder and
Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia was
fight
made.
EJ.
This fight was not able to be made.
Let me pause that, man. Yeah, man. Flames from my boy, man. Talk about, you see what I'm saying, T? You got Roy telling AJ not to fight Wilder. Floyd telling Bud he don't got to fight EJ. Well, come on, man. Hey, what y'all talking about? Y'all in the way. And that ain't good for boxing. Y'all coming up with reasons why great fights shouldn't happen. You get him? See, like it's telling him he ain't got to fight. That's obvious, bro. He know that's the obvious. But you want to put that in his head, like, yeah, you really ain't got to fight him. Like he already know that, but you gonna make him feel like what you saying that you ain't got to fight him. You get him? So you ain't got to fight him at all. You could just, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Yeah, that's Brian Custer. That's Brian Custer. Hey, man, it's just sickening, man. Come on, man. We need the best fighting the best, bro. We don't need the job pushing narratives and convincing fighters not to take the best fights available. Talking about confidence builders and all that. I ain't trying to hear that. Wilder fought Fury how many times in a row? You ain't hear him talking about no goddamn confidence builder. Get out of here with that. I don't care if he fought Helene. I don't give a damn. You know Wilder will fight anybody. Get out of here. He fought that man 3 times in a row. He wasn't thinking about no damn confidence builder. Want to hear that, man? I want to hear that. That's your problem, man. They coddling you. You a big-ass heavyweight, man. You need to get in there and fight and act like one. I'm telling you, bro. If he ain't a part of it or he ain't getting a piece of that, the that entertainment side of it, the attention side of it, he got a problem. You know what I'm saying? Roy's turning to a hating ass drug cheat, respectfully. I'm telling you, bro. And it's annoying. Y'all here giving these dudes reasons why they shouldn't make great fights. That ain't no damn boxing. That sounds like some hating shit, too. I don't care. I'm not trying to hear all that confidence. There's no fighters that AJ is going to beat up that then when he steps in the ring with Wilder, he's going to just have all this confidence, bro. Get out of here. I don't believe that, not even for a second. No, I don't believe that. If he ain't ready for Wilder now, he'll never be ready for him. That's what I believe. I could be wrong, but he going to have to prove me wrong on this one. He going to have to. Wilder versus Fury fighting 3 freaking times went down in history. But you get what I'm saying? He wasn't thinking confidence builder my ass. He was fresh off a draw, fresh off a knockout, and wanted to get right back in there. You know what I'm saying? Different breed, man. Different breed. That man wasn't talking about no confidence builder. He ain't want to take no fights in between Fury. It was Fury or nothing. All or nothing. And that's what you need to be, Joshua, for the rest of your career. Because playing it timid is what got you where you at right now. Being timid and not having an identity for the last 3-4 fights of your career has hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. Even in the fight that you won with Ruiz. That ain't your identity to be boxing and moving that much. That ain't what you do. You beat him like that. You wouldn't beat Usyk or damn near nobody else doing that goofy shit. Identity. I'm gonna keep saying it until he prove me different, man. It ain't mental with that dude. It's mental and it's not physical. Pardon me. It's not physical. It's mental and it's identity. That dude need to understand who the hell he is and who the hell he need to be when he in there. Right-handed, they don't know boxing. Facts. They don't. I always go back and say, go look at the first Stavern fight, because that was the fight before I felt like he truly fell in love with his own power. That wasn't the turning point just yet, but that fight was a complete win for Wilder. People just don't like to give him credit. A confidence builder, you know what I'm saying? A confidence builder. Hell no. Wilder out here getting knocked all around the ring, get knocked out, and having to go to court to get his rematch. Talk about wanting to be in the smoke. That's being the smoke. That man was on his bumper like he won. He was pressing, man. He was still pressing. I mean, people, you know, get smoked like that, and you know what I mean, take a loss like that, and go out of their way. Take a dude to court to get they get back. Come on, man. That's a real fighter, man. It's a real fighter. He don't need no damn confidence builder. D man, what's good with it, Brody? Appreciate you pulling up. How you feeling? Ask AJ should have fought Usyk like he did against Klitschko and White. Aggressive and use your size. That's all we saying, bro. And we ain't saying that guarantees you to win. But what we are saying is we guarantee that gives you a much better chance at beating you. I guarantee you that. Because going in there in the first fight and not wanting to hurt him, goddamn for sure ain't put you in a position to beat him. Going into the second fight and trying to go 12 rounds and outbox a guy when you're not a 12-round fighter is not putting you in a position to beat him. But I guarantee you, if you was being physically imposing, using your size, being aggressive, and laying hands on that man, it'll give you a much better chance at beating him. Not sitting up in there being timid, not playing chess with an ultimate chess player. I could go on and on. You out here tripping. You putting yourself out of position to even possibly beat this dude. Go in there and beat his ass. That's what you built to do. I don't care what you want to do. You can't outbox him. Face it. You're not a better boxer than him. But I guarantee you could be a better fighter than him. And that's the difference. Go in there and fight his ass. You trying to box pure boxers. You trying to play chess, like I said, with the ultimate chess player. Go in there and beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? You in there timid as hell. 6'5", 6'6". Bro, you ain't no room to be timid. Nothing should be timid about a dude that size, man. I'm telling you. Jab is excellent. His left hook will send you to another round. Wilder, that nasty in a good way. In facts. And his power back and going back is crazy. You see what he did to Arthur Spilka. That boy almost left the earth. You know what I'm saying? After that knockout. We're going to get through the rest of this, man. Derrick James be dropping some gems, y'all. Y'all smash that like button if y'all
This fight was not able to be made. Why is that? In all three of those scenarios, there were one individual, one company in like, right? It was, PBC. So to say that PBC doesn't work with all these other people is asinine because you saw him work with other people. Right? Golden Boy, they work together. Right?
And there's some people who say that PBC was the reason. There's a narrative out there that's like that's the reason why this fight didn't get made.
But at the same time, he worked with they promoted the fight with Tyson Fury twice. They promoted the fight with Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis. So what is that about? So is it really that situation? I mean, that's what you gotta question. I mean, so I don't think it is.
Have you found yourself not only as a trainer, but sometimes when you guys as a trainer, you guys got to be like psychologists. You got to be everything. Like, you knew Errol wanted this fight so bad. Do you have to say, hey, look, I still need you engaged. I still, don't worry about it. We still got other things to.
Right. I mean, no, I don't think I have to do. I think that I do. I mean, everything I do is from it's like a psychological perspective because you got to know how to engage with the fighter, right? And know how to interact with him in the sense where you don't rub anybody the wrong way and vice versa. They don't rub you the wrong way. But I think that's just a relationship. But I think that, I don't have to inspire him. I don't have to motivate him just because he's, I mean, now listen, these are young men and men really don't like to show their emotions, right? So you don't really know, you may not get the truth about a situation, but at the same time, hey, man, you live life, you don't get what you want, you keep it moving.
Is there anybody else at 147 that excites you for Errol besides Bud Crawford?
I think that everybody excites me because I'm telling you like this. I don't have to be excited other than when it's like, say, let's go get him. It's a contract. I mean, because I don't dislike any of them. I don't have any issues with any of them. I think there's so much about my guys. I mean, and me being what I said I was going to be from day one and to prepare them from day one. So really it's like, it's all about my guys.
Yeah.
That's it.
What did you think about the WBC mandating after everything fell apart?
Make it all about the fighter.
That Errol fight Keith Thurman. And Thurman, by the way, came on the last stand and said, hey, look, if he's the truth, I'm the truth seeker.
I have nothing to say about that. I mean, I think the WBC that's what they're supposed to do. I mean, they run the business the way they run it, and I think that he has Keith Thurman. He believes in. He's a great fighter. I mean, think about it. He's been so successful for so long. The only thing he was plagued with injuries. I mean, so I think that's what's kind of held him back a little bit. He's beat Porter. He's beat Danny Garcia. We lost to Pacquiao, which lost to Ugas, which got beat by Errol Spence. So it's like. He's like, man, that fight style make fights. He wants his opportunity, which I mean, he's a man. Yeah. He's supposed to want his opportunity.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
He's supposed to want his opportunity.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Brian Custer. I want to talk to you about our partner.
Not bad. Let me get through this little. Oh shit! Let me get through this little ad that he
Mineral.
And you getting in shape. Yeah, Thurman seems quiet lately. I seen him working. Yeah, Thurman, I seen him putting some work in the gym.
Flu season, a 1-year ownership.
And it's really up to it's up to them. You know what I'm saying? And the fights, I mean, camps are so hard. Fights are even harder. I mean, so I think that it's just all about them getting prepared and them being able to be the best they possibly can be. I want them to stay busy.
How do you,
Renee,
in the day and age when it seems like fighters change trainers like underwear?
Right.
How do you keep your relationship, not only, obviously Charlo came in later, but with Errol for so long, and there's so much respect there. How do you maintain that and stay fresh? And continue to teach them new things.
Right. I think that it's always something different. It's always just to remind them of what they're not doing. I mean, because you can think you're great, or you can know you're great, but there's always you have to be able to see what they're not doing. Because I'm not a fan of theirs. So being a fan of theirs, saying they do everything right, but being
listen to what he said, y'all.
Just a trainer, you have to be able to see what they're not doing, because I'm not a fan. I think that it's always something different. It's always just a reminder.
Listen to what he said.
Not doing. I mean, because you can think you're great, or you can know you're great, but there's always you have to be able to see what they're not doing, because I'm not a fan of theirs. So being a fan of theirs, saying they do everything right, but being just a trainer, right, and being focused on them individually and their talent, says, okay, he's not doing this right, not doing that right. And telling them what he's not doing, not tiptoeing around and listening, not doing this, put this up, put that up. I mean, nonstop, all day, every day. So it's like, it's a respect, really. It's a respect, because if I let him go in there like that, he's gonna look at me like, we had 3 months. You could have told me one time I would drop man. So it's like you got to be able to just say, listen, this is what it is. He knows I'm gonna tell him. They know I'm gonna tell him.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, man, that's him understanding the fighters that he's working with. This dude is the hell with the gyms he dropping. He a gym in boxing for real, to be honest with you, man. He truly a gym in boxing, man. Yeah, he was when he was active, man. Better not duck me, son. I'm telling you, that was the Keith, man. That was the Keith for yesteryear, man. I'm telling you. But facts, he ain't no yes man. And he said something key. He's not a fan of Earl. You get what I'm saying? And of course, you know what he mean by that. And then not being a fan of him, he's able to critique him, criticize him, and coach him, train him and teach him to be better and tell him what he's not doing right. So it always stays fresh. And Earl going to continue to have that respect for him because he understands that. You know what I'm saying? He really rock with you, but he going to tell you when you're doing something wrong, and he going to correct you. You stop Ugas and he whispered in your ear, yo, we can't get comfortable. Like, the job ain't over. We got to get back in the gym. Like, you get what I'm saying? Don't get comfortable. Like, that's different, man. That's a different type of trainer teacher, man. He a one-on-one type of dude, for real. He really is a gym in boxing that be dropping gems in these interviews, y'all.
I think I got your perspective. Ugas, what'd you think about his performance against Ugas?
Well, I'm going to say, let me not talk about that. Let me talk about Ugas first. Ugas, going into the fight, I knew that there's not many fighters like Dennis Ugas. And the reason why I say that is because a man who escaped 6 times from Cuba, right? And on the 7th time, he was able to escape. So how do you break his will? because you can imagine what they did to him every time they caught him, right? You could what could you imagine they did to him in a communist country?
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine torture or whatever it is. And then on the 7th time he escaped, he's floating in the Gulf of Mexico for 2 days.
Flawless
He
mentality, health,
Mexico,
wealth by Dr. Mark. Salute Dr. Mark. Salute OG.
How do you break him? I
Appreciate
told
you
Errol,
pulling up. How you feeling?
You got to break him because he's not going to stop coming. And if you watch him in the fight, Errol broke his rib. But
look what he said.
How do you break him? I told Errol, I said, listen, there's one, you got to break him because he's not going to stop coming. And if you watch him in the fight, Errol broke his rib, but with all this broken stuff, and in the corner he would put ice on him, but he would go back out there and fight, and didn't bat an eye, right? So it's like he embraced the pain. So it's like he embraced everything else because who he was greater than what you saw. You know what I mean? So it's like, and Errol really basically, and this is the thing about it, he stopped him, but I don't think he still broke him. Because that's just who they got. I mean, you know, you have to see after.
And you see what he said. He stopped him, but he don't really think he broke him because you see after Ugas had to stop it. He was gonna keep going. He was mad when they stopped the fight. That man wanted to keep going with his eye about to get punched inside his skull and everything. He still wanted to fight.
How he is after that fight, right? But it's like because that guy has more than this. He's fighting for more than his experiences, right? His experiences says that he's something greater than what you really see. So, and I knew his story, and knowing the story says, hey man, this is not an average guy.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting because we caught the audio of you even after the win. You guys in the room, you kept saying, "You gotta stay focused."
Right.
Stay focused.
Talk to me about what you were talking about there.
Well, I'm just saying, like he lost a little focus when he lost the mouthpiece, and I just said, listen, man. It's all about focus. You cannot lose your focus because what happens is if you have a target, you have something you're based on, some success you want, right? You keep focused on this, right? There's all this chitter-chatter everywhere. It's okay to walk a couple steps off the beaten path, but to walk a mile away and lose focus, I'm like, no, you may take a couple steps off, get back to the target. So I'm like, listen, sit back. Okay, you lost no focus.
Listen to this dude,
refocus, walk a mile away on some success you want, right? You keep lost the mouthpiece, and I just said, listen, man, it's all about focus. You cannot lose your focus because what happens is if you have a target, you have something you're based on, some success you want, right? You keep focused on this, right? There's all this chitter-chatter everywhere. It's okay to walk a couple steps off the beaten path, but to walk a mile away and lose focus, I'm like, no, you may take a couple steps off, get back to the target. So I'm like, listen, stay back. Okay, if you lost a little focus, refocus, and keep walking forward to your target, to your goal.
Exactly, man.
And I know you weren't going to.
And look how he keep that man locked in, engaged, focused, understanding, knowing his identity, never questioning himself, being confident as hell, man. That's what you got to be, AJ. That's what you got to be. And that's what you got to, you got the chance of potentially getting some of that Derrick James knowledge. You better go ahead and soak it up and go ahead and make you a decision and work with that man. Get some work in. Maybe he could bring your identity out of you, fix that identity issue that you suffer with. You know what I'm saying? It's worth a chance. It's worth trying.
Forward to your target, to your goal.
I would, and I know you weren't going to give me your secrets, but can you give us some part of what's the secret sauce? What's the secret sauce, brother? You've got a guy who's a belt away from being the undisputed champ at 147, an undisputed champ at 154. You got a lightweight that everyone thinks like, wow. Right. Obviously, Anthony Joshua's coming to your gym for a reason. What's the secret sauce of Derrick?
Well, the secret sauce is not. I mean, Joshua's only came because we have better weather here than right now what they have in the UK. I think, but no, I mean, I don't necessarily think it's a secret sauce. I just think it's more about, man, the commitment. I never get caught up in the hoopla. I mean, I was a fighter. I fought on a pretty decent level. I mean, I'm not living through the fighters. I mean, I stay to myself. I want to, and I think that, you know, I know that you have to keep reinventing yourself. You have to keep growing. You have to keep expanding. You can't be locked into something in particular because things may change. I mean, so it's like, There's no secret sauce. It's just like determination, man, motivation, and a man who really wants to be what my young guys asked me to be when they asked me to train them.
As our world becomes more automated, we can feel disconnected. But what happens?
Asked me to be when they asked me to train
Not bad, Joe.
Wow, love that. Hey, what's up? You know, it is the most wonderful time of the year. If you don't know, harsh but unnecessary. And a quick and when you sign up for submit questions, that number for you. We'll get right to it. Chuck asks, do you have any interest in training
AJ? Still do want to be Ricky Barnes.
I would love to. I think he's a great
Johnson,
fighter. I would
Frank
love
Lucas,
to be able to kind of get
once.
involved with him.
Hey, wonderful.
I would love that. If it's possible, I mean, I don't know, but if it's possible, you never know.
Another one from Twitter asks, what adjustments do you see Anthony Joshua needs to make to perform at an even higher level again?
That I won't comment about. I think that I won't comment about.
Darren asks, are there any other fights that excite you tactically as a trainer at 147 other than Bud?
I think that there are other fighters. I mean, other good fighters. Jerron Ennis is a good fighter. I think that Stanionis is a good fighter. I mean, I think that think Virgil Ortiz is a good fighter. So there's a lot of good fighters in the weight division, man. I think that it's just all about opportunity. I mean, it's like you said, listen, it's up to him. It's up to it's up to the business. It's up to that. But I mean, yeah, I like all of them.
Shakur Tatum asks, do you still believe you have the best stable in boxing?
You know what? That might be true. But I think at the same time,
got a hell of a stable.
I don't think about it because it's not even if I think about this, if I'm caught up on how great I am as a trainer, if I'm caught up on having the best stable, I just focus on getting my guys prepared for these fights in particular. And think about this, I don't have to get them prepared to be the best. I just have to get them prepared to be better than the fighter he's fighting.
Right? Man, did you hear him?
I want you to keep you focus on getting my guys prepared for these fights in particular. And think about this, I don't have to get them prepared to be the best. I just have to get them prepared to be better than the fighter he's fighting.
Man.
Right? And just focus on getting my guys prepared for these fights in particular. And think about this, I don't have to get them prepared to be the best. I just have to get them prepared to be better than the fighter he's fighting. Right? And I want you to keep getting better and better and better. Maybe you'll become the best, right? Best version of himself really is what it is.
And that's a dude that's never stopped. He never stopped trying. He never stopped pushing his fighters. He never stopped trying to keep it fresh in the gym and keep these dudes striving to be great. He never stopped pushing them. You know what I mean? He never stopped correcting their mistakes, man. This dude is a teacher trainer, man. Like, again, he dropped a lot of jewels in his interview, and he is a gym in himself. You know what I'm saying? Telling you, that shit is real, man. And that's why I play these, y'all. Like, one day, it'll be me on the other side having this build with Derrick James. But until that day, I'm going to keep putting his work in, and we're going to be breaking these interviews down like it's me talking to him. You know what I'm saying? And we going to get something out of these all the time because, again, Derrick James is a gem in boxing at the end of the day, man. And what he doing with Earl Spence, Jermell Charlo, look how he, brought out even a more confident Jermell Charlo. Just when you thought you seen it, man, he was a hell of a boxer with Ronnie Shields. Now this dude still a hell of a boxer that can knock your ass out. So it's like it's what he's been able to do with these fighters is special. Frank Martin picking up boxing as late as he did, I think 18, 19 years old. You see where he at right now, he progressing just fine. I mean, you got to think he ain't even been boxing nowhere near as long as some of these dudes, and look where he at. So it's just impressive, man. Big shout out, big salute to Derrick James and Brian Custer, man. This was a dope build.
Become the best, right? Best version of himself really is what it is.
Omar asks, how do you feel about your accomplishments so far in boxing as a coach?
I think it's cool, even though I don't really think about it. I mean, I'm not like, who I am. I mean, I'm not that guy because I think that I'm the guy who walks in the room and is the same person that I am when I walk in the room with success. That if something happens, I can walk into the same room and say I'm gonna get the same situation because I
Mm-hmm.
never acted a particular way before. So it's like I don't really, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's cool. I'm happy. I mean, it's something that I could have never imagined doing, and my success in boxing is how I live my life. And I mean, to the fact that if I can do something this great, just a regular kid from the projects can do something like this, then I can do anything else in life. So
Jay
that's what I
Gibson,
believe. So,
TWT, brother.
Renee
What's
asks,
good,
as a
Jay? How you
coach,
feeling, bro?
what are the things that
Appreciate
you
pulling
see
up.
that fighters don't while training them during an actual fight?
I mean, it's just, you can see a lot of things. I think that if they don't see it, but they understand it when I explain it to them. And so it's like, because everybody has something they need to work on. I think nobody's that great to where they don't have to work on anything.
Man, this dude
that
different.
regardless of how good the fighter is, nobody's that great to where they don't have to work on anything. And I think that, but they have to be humble enough, and I have to be able to communicate with them in a way that they don't get offended by me saying something, right? So it's like, and I tell them, listen, this is what it is, this is why, and I explain to them. So it's like, I can see, because I'm not in it, you're in it. I'm outside looking at it. So that's the difference, right? And they always take my advice because they understand that this is what's going to help, because if they don't do it, then I'm going to hit them. I left that part out. If they don't do it, I'm going to hit them. So this is why I said that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm going to show them. It's like sometimes you might have to show them.
Right.
That's why I work out. That's why I said, every now and then you may have to hit them.
Put some hands on
man.
Okay, Derrick James.
Derrick James a fool.
This is why
man.
I said that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm going to show them. It's like sometimes you might have to show them.
Right.
That's why I work out. That's why I said, every now and then you may have to hit them.
Put some hands on. Okay, Derrick James, we come to the last segment of the show. We call it the last stand. I'm asking you a series of questions. You just give me the first thing that comes to your mind. We always ask this to fighters. Let me ask this to you.
It's almost
Give
over,
me
y'all.
your top 5 pound for pound trainers list. Pound for pound, top 5 trainers list.
Nacho Beristain. I can say, you say of all times?
Whatever you feel like right now.
Nacho Beristain, I think I like Virgil Hunter. I like Emmanuel Stewart. I like Georgie Benton. And God, I like somebody nobody knows.
Who's that?
Paul Reyes. They don't remember him. Let me tell you Paul Reyes. Paul Reyes is the guy who had Donald Curry. He had Stevie Cruz.
Man.
He had Gene Hatcher. And he had what's the other kid name? God, he had like 4 champs at one time.
Wow.
They had Rock and Robin. God, but it was like 4 champs at one time in Fort Worth, Texas.
Wow.
It was a difference. So people talk about what they were doing at Crunk, but they were doing it better in Fort Worth because they had
he said that's why he stayed fit.
Gene Hatcher, they
Might
had
have to hit him.
Stevie Cruz. They had, God, I can't think of his other kid's name. It wasn't Rock and Robin Blake. It was, I forget his name, but
you know what I loved about Donald Curry?
What is that?
That right hand and his shag. I thought that dude was the coolest cat ever.
So listen, I had to take it to
Facts, it is.
Paul Reyes.
This is a dope build,
What did you
man.
think about Bud Crawford's performance against Evanesian?
I didn't see it. Right.
Okay.
I don't watch a lot of boxing.
Tank versus Ryan. Who wins that fight?
I think Tank Davis does.
Last but not least, most talented fighter you've ever trained. May not been the best, most talented.
No comment.
Good.
No.
Yeah, he played the fifth on that one.
Fox, I hear about that. Man, you said,
nah, good answer. Good answer. Good answer, DJ.
That's true.
Okay.
Because you know Jamel Charlo would call
I didn't say that.
First
of all, I didn't say Jamel Charlo. I didn't say his name.
I'm saying Jamel Charlo would call
I'm
your
just saying,
phone.
no comment. Yeah, keep that to himself.
Lastly, when you tell the people, pound for pound, best broadcasting fighter you've ever seen in the ring with a championship fighter.
Broadcasting fighter?
Yeah, broadcasting fighter. I'm talking about a broadcaster who's also a fighter who you've ever seen in the ring with a championship level fighter and handled himself. It took some
Brian Custer.
Even though y'all tried to laugh at me.
No, he trying to hint to him.
I told him, hey, man, don't do that. I kept saying, hey, you know, I was like, hey, man, okay, don't do that. Hey, I kept trying to kind of like, don't hit him so hard. Don't you know? I remember I kept saying, hey, man, you got to hold the mic tomorrow. You hit him in the arm. You got the football game coming up. So now, really, I'm thinking about
you weren't looking out for me. You did.
Man, stop.
EJ was in there trying to work you.
You want to go another? Okay.
I couldn't believe it.
Facts, he want facts. He wants some credit for surviving EJ. He like, nah, y'all gonna give me some credit for that sparring. Man, that was dope, man. I hope y'all appreciated that build as I did. Hope y'all enjoyed the commentary and the breakdown in between. You know, that was dope, man. Those builds like that is good for boxing. And you know, I like Derrick James, man. He truly a one-on-one type of dude, man. He probably did, bro. He probably did. And when he asked him, he was thinking about it for a second. And then he was like, you know what? No comment. Like you wanted to say something. Because it's easy. It's like, who you been with the longest? It's EJ. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, facts. D-Man. Hit that boy with that body shot. He brought BC try to get crazy. Man, yo, EJ was on his ass. He stopped playing with him. He started punching on him, bro. Yo, I'm telling you, yeah, he was telling him, don't hit him too hard, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. EJ wasn't trying here. EJ wasn't trying here, bro. EJ was trying to put hands on him, man. BVO Boxing, salute to you, fam. Appreciate you pulling up. How you feeling, man? But yeah, man, that was a dope build. So anyway, man, just to close out on this one, man, Derrick James is a hell of a trainer. He dropped a lot of gems in that build, and he is a gem for boxing, man. As far as Anthony Joshua, I think it would be a good fit. You know, I think maybe possibly Derrick James could, you know, bring something out of him maybe. And the reason I say that is because we got to see what he was able to do with Jermell Charlo. And I understand Charlo's a different fighter, but you get my point. You get what I'm saying? He was able to not transform him and he ain't reinvent him, but he just brought his confidence out on a different level, and he pretty much kind of transitioned him from not just a boxer, but a boxer that'll knock your ass out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I think the fact that you know, Jermell Charlo understands his identity as well as he do will give me reason to believe that maybe potentially Derrick James could be of some assistance to AJ, man. Well, it remains to be seen if that's the direction he's going to go. Let's see what he do, because he is doing a lot of trainer hopping. And like I said earlier, y'all, they did say Roy Jones was his trainer. Maybe it's not official, but you know how they do with the rumors. And I think he just need to hurry up and settle down with a trainer and, man, and put his work in, because I think until he figure out why he's in the ring and, you know what I mean, figure out the identity, like this dude, you can't be an outboxer. You can't be in there trying to outbox guys that 12 rounds hit different than yours. You get what I'm saying? You can go 12 rounds, but you can't box a efficient 12 rounds. You got about 9 rounds in you, and that's pushing it. Especially if somebody, you know what I mean, got you moving. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens with Joshua. I actually do root for the dude, man, but this, you know, you got like T said, you got Roy Jones telling AJ don't fight Wilder, and then you got Floyd telling, you know, Bud Crawford he don't got to fight EJ. That's weird, man. Since when do y'all not want to see the best fight the best? You get what I'm saying? And if y'all think AJ is the best, then put him in there with Wilder, because I think Wilder is one of the best despite what anybody say. You know what I'm saying? And I always said there's more than one way to display a skill set. You get what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to somebody like Wilder. But we'll see what AJ do. We'll see which direction he go. And we'll see how it's able to help him moving forward. You know what I'm saying? As for Derrick James, man, hopefully Charlo held fast and get back to it, man, because I want to see him back in the ring. That's unfortunate he broke the hand, but pretty sure they'll figure that out. And we'll see where him and Spence go, because they both had like little minor setbacks. You know what I mean? Charlo with the broken hand in a couple places and EJ with the fender bender. You know what I'm saying? So And just to hit on this before we get out of here, maybe, and my bro was talking about it, T was talking about early, maybe that car accident with Spence could be a blessing in disguise because he ain't gonna be ready till about, what he say, April or May. And then you got Bud Crawford talking about he want to fight around that time. Who knows? Maybe all things will line up perfectly, man, in a perfect world. But that's just wishful thinking, y'all. And we gonna see G5 Fizzle, my bro. What's good with it, 5? Appreciate you pulling up, my bro. How you feeling, man? Some of these trainers be on. Yeah, man, you already know, D, man. They be on it. They be on it, bro. They do. They do, man. But I think he just need to make a decision for sure though. Definitely need to make a decision because he gonna make stuff tougher tougher than it need to be. Y'all smash that like button for me if y'all haven't, man. And again, as far as Roy Jones saying he wouldn't suggest that AJ fight Wilder until he get like his confidence back or something like that. I just don't. I don't know what fights is he gonna have that is going I don't know what fights he could have that's gonna really give him the confidence that he need to be successful against Wilder, man. I don't know if he's not ready for him now. I just don't see a scenario in boxing where he just all of a sudden start being ready for him. You get what I'm saying? I just don't see it at all. So we're gonna see how that shake out, man. But I ain't gonna keep y'all here on this one, man. That's really my thoughts. I just wanted to come. It did. That's crazy. That's weak, man. Damn shit. That's crazy. My bad, y'all. Yeah, man, my bad, y'all. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird, man. My bad, y'all. I was trying to see what the hell was going on. I thought people be joking when they say the super chat don't be working. I mean, not joking, but I ain't think it'd be like that serious like that. That's crazy. They really do. My bad, y'all. Appreciate you, Mike Biggs, man. But I appreciate y'all. And again, man, it's always gonna be some more boxing to talk. This was a good conversation. Appreciate y'all all pulling up as well, man. My bro T Live, man. Y'all can head over there if y'all still active in these YouTube streets. And I appreciate all y'all pulling through it. Rolly, what's good with it, fam? Appreciate you. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you pulling up. Salute to everybody in the building, the TWT family as well, man. We gonna get up out of here, man. We gonna get up out of here to the next one. I'm like AJ hopping from trainers. Yeah, he need to find one to stick with it, bro. Realistically, that's what he need to do. That'll serve him best. You know what I mean? Don't complicate it. You know what I'm saying? Find a trainer that suits you that you feel like suits you, that you comfortable working with, and get to it. You know what I'm saying? Get to it. I was here to see me in the chat. Look, cooking for the value and the cook. Appreciate you, baby girl. Damn, I'm like, yeah, man. Appreciate you, Rolly. Much appreciation, bro. Much appreciation, man. I just ain't want to drag this out, but I definitely just wanted to hit on it and talk about AJ. And you know, I think he just need to find a trainer and stick with one. And I don't think that's his biggest issue. Again, it's not physical, like I've been saying. It's a mental thing, and hopefully he get the help from the trainer that he need and get back to it. You know what I'm saying? And I would love to see AJ versus Wilder, and not too many people could lose back-to-back fights and still have big fights on the table like that. Like, it's not over for him. So he in a real privileged and real blessed situation. If he plays cards right, man, AJ could really get some things done. But we're gonna see how things shake out, man. I'm gonna keep my eyes and ears too. Like I said, I'd love to see him fight Wilder, man. I already feel like I know what would happen, but still, that fight should happen. You know what I mean? And even AJ expressed how he feel like that should happen before they retire. So hopefully they make this fight one day, man. But we'll see. We'll see what trainer he picked. They were saying Roy Jones. I'm not sure that that's a good fit for him, but we're gonna see. You know what I mean? He ain't make an official pick, but we're gonna find out soon enough, man. Appreciate you, Shawal. I appreciate you, Queen, man. And I mess around and be back too, because it's early. It's only 5 o'clock. So I seen some other stuff that I wanted to talk about that popped up since I've been on here. So appreciate all y'all in the building, man. Y'all smash that like button for me on the way out, man. And we gonna keep rolling, man. AJ and Wilder both. They should fight. I'm telling you, that'd be a great fight, man. It'd be a great fight for him. Sneaky body shots, and Usyk had him slowing down Usyk's movements. That's a fact, yo. Robert Garcia did some good things with AJ in just one camp. Zach B, salute to you, fam. Appreciate you pulling up. Happy holidays to you, fam. Appreciate you, man. But we gonna get up out of here, man. I'm gonna go do some homework because I see some boxing topics that need to be discussed. My bro T on, I don't know how long he gonna be on, but I know he over there cooking, and I'm gonna be over there in a short second. So, man, see y'all over there, or y'all gonna catch me on the next one, man, because I'll probably be back with another live in a few. So, salute to everybody, man. We gonna get up out of here. Peace to the fam.